Chapter 36. Abortion. What is your opinion on abortion? I think your lessons are done for today. Oh, come on. I want to know your wisdom on the subject. Okay, we should start by asking about how the unwanted pregnancies happen in the first place and how we can help lower those numbers. How could we do that? Oh, really simple things like anatomy and sexual education classes, open and available for everyone without shame in learning. And how about free birth control? Okay, what else? Also, we should be streamlining how adoptions happen so it becomes easy and simple to adopt a baby from an unwanted pregnancy. And we could change our attitude about pregnant teens going to school and leading normal lives. We should remove the stigma. After all, stigma is only negative identity forced upon a person. If you remove all the identity, all you see is a girl who is having a baby. Now it is easier to get to know her story and treat her with compassion. Oh yeah, I never thought about it like that. And we need to reinforce the fact that abortion has real consequences. Like what? Well, firstly, abortion ends life. That is a really heavy concept, but it's true. When a woman gives birth, that's a new person on this planet that will grow up, have a lifetime of experiences, play, learn, love, have a family, and make an impact on this world. That's the future you end when you have an abortion. But aren't fetuses just a clump of cells? It's never a clump of cells. Even from conception, it is rapidly organizing and developing. In fact, at about 22 days from conception, the heart begins to develop. Could that happen if it was just a clump of cells? I guess not. But aren't some abortions medically necessary? What about those? Abortions are not medically necessary. Abortion is an intentional ending of a fetus or baby's life. With the medical reasons, like whenever there is a medical emergency which threatens the life of the mother, they are treated by inducing birth or removal of the fetus. Removal of the fetus? That sure sounds like an abortion. Well, not really, because for instance in the case of an ectopic pregnancy, the fetus is removed from the fallopian tubes in order to save the mother's life, but no one is trying to kill the fetus. Honestly, everyone knows the fetus will not survive, but no one wants to end its life. Its death is simply an inevitable result of removal from the fallopian tubes. Also with severe preeclampsia, which is a blood pressure condition which can be deadly to the mother, labor can be induced, but hypothetically if the baby can survive outside the womb, it is allowed to and cared for. The point is, there is never a medical reason to intentionally kill the fetus or baby to save the mother. Okay, so then how about rape and incest, which are like forced or coerced pregnancies? Don't we need abortion legal for those instances? An excellent question with a simple answer that I will phrase as a question. And what is that? Does the baby in the womb deserve to live any less because it was conceived in rape or incest? Well, I guess not. Exactly. Despite the circumstances of what caused the pregnancy, the baby is still a baby who did nothing wrong and only wants to live. But what about, and while I'm on the subject, when people try to force their personal religious beliefs on women who want to have an abortion, do you think that will result in less abortions? Or just more fighting and arguing and debate and gridlock and no progress on the issue? The latter. Correct. If someone truly is against abortion, then they should be first and foremost. Trying to reduce the number of abortions, that makes sense, right? Well, yes. They would be on the front line sponsoring birth control, anatomy, and sexual education classes. It should have nothing to do with religion. A person can be an atheist and still value all life, just like anyone else. Remember, abortion is not a positive thing. It's not about rights or choice. It's about a life.